welcome to the Don't Quote Us on This podcast, Season 1, Episode 19. Just me right now. Corey is over watching a football game with his parents, and we're going to be having people over later, so I don't think we're going to really have time to record. So it's just me for now. So, real quick, some meals that we did. I honestly don't even remember everything that we had, so we did some chicken Alfredo, some hot dogs and fries, some burgers, loaded baked potatoes, breakfast one of the nights, mac soup, kind of just repeat stuff, so sorry for not having nothing new for ya. The joys. Um, Minnie Ma'am is crawling like crazy. She is all over the place. She climbs up onto the fireplace and realizes, oh, I'm stuck. So then she loses her mind that she is stuck. So that's been fun. Is this on? Is this on? Okay. I just had to check that because Corey is usually the one who sets it all up and gets everything going. I don't really have very many funny stories. I guess I could go over some of the dreams that I've had because my youngest brother is always telling me, like, you have some crazy dreams. I would be surprised if one day you have a normal dream. Oh, it's my friend's Anna's birthday coming up, so shout out to you, Anna, if you're watching. Which that'll be, by the time I'm streaming next week, it'll already be her birthday. So happy birthday! Okay. So I'm gonna go with an older dream. So I went to my first stepdad's house after Halloween, and then the neighbors across the street came over asking to store their decorations, just making jokes that they were just trying to hide a body in one of the totes. Uh, they told us not to look inside the totes of Halloween decorations. Then one of them uh, hacks into the garage to look at how much space is in there. There was a pen pad on the garage, and they figured out how to get into there. So they broke into the garage to see how much space was in there. At the same time, I'm telling them how easy it is to break into the house, and then my mom and my first stepdad come outside, and we all start playing a board game together. And then the game needed water, and that was the dream. So, pretty just random, really. Another one. I went to my dad's house shortly after he died, but everyone that was living there was still living there. The house was actually mostly clean, which, if you know me, then that's a shock. If you know that house, it's a shock. Um, so they all go their separate ways, and I went searching the house. I'm then asked why I was there and what I was really looking for. So it was like my dad's wife and all of her kids that were questioning me. So I responded that I was looking for something meaningful to make me feel something about his death rather than feeling indifferent. Then I took my youngest brother to his dad's house, and I went into the bathroom, and it was flooding, but only in there. Oh, okay, sorry. Um, so it was flooding, but only in there. I picked up some of the water in a cup, and I noticed an elephant squishy the size of a bug floating in the water. And I needed clean water, so I scooped it out, and then I drained the water, and I saw some squishy yellow spiders floating around like an octopus. One of the Once the water was gone, they started to go invisible, but the spiders acted like spiders underwater, but an octopus in air. So they were kind of like really backwards on like what they were doing. It's kind of weird to see. So, yeah, just wild dreams. We played summer camp, which that is definitely one of my favorite games. I love board games. And I actually went into a board game shop here in Farmington this week because I was passing out flyers for my startup business. I am trying to, like, especially around the holiday season, I'm just wanting to get a little bit of business of being able to just wrap presents or make invitations or make birthday cards, Christmas cards, whatever. Just something that I could do at home with my girls because it's hard to leave them. I went to work when my oldest, when she was born, a month after she was born. So it was kind of crazy early for me to leave her anyways, but I did, and that was just really hard. Anywho, so I just want something small that I could do at home with the girls. And a lot of people don't like wrapping presents. I actually kind of really love it. So that's what I want to do is have my business start off as just gift wrapping. Oh, baby! Anyway, so I started, I made a logo for myself, I made an email, and I made some flyers with like pricing and stuff, and I already have like a Facebook created for it, just of like my pricing and some of my gift wrap that I have as inventory. Hi. Um, so that's what I have going so far. I went into this board game shop though, because we went to 12 different places because I had 10 posters. So it took 12 places for us to get them all gone. Um, which I might go to like town hall, city hall, whatever, just to kind of see if like what all I can do about like advertising at like the kid places that are city owned. But I do have a meeting next week for startup assistance on my business because I did go to the college and I'm like, hey, like I just have this flyer, like is it okay if I hang it here? And they're like, yeah, and like if you want any information on like startup assistance, like we're happy to help you. I'm like, that would actually be great. So I set up an appointment. So I'll be doing that on Corey's next day off. So I'm just kind of hoping that like I don't know, I'm hoping to get a little bit of like assistance with like advertising and how to go about that. And I'm not looking to make something huge of this. Like, again, I just want a little bit of income that I can get while being at home with my kids. Because that's the dream. Like, want to, we definitely want to get out of debt. So that is our first goal. So once we get out of debt, like, that's when we kind of plan on having all of our big dreams kind of come into place really, because we're constantly talking about like, oh yeah, look, like we want to do this to the yard, we want to do that. Honestly, first and foremost, once we're out of debt, we want to save and add a bathroom to our house, because we went from having 2 bathrooms in the trailer that I had, um, down to having 1 bathroom in our house. So we have an extra bedroom, but 1 less bathroom. And let me tell you, that sucks. It really sucks so bad. So our goal is to start off with a bathroom and then kind of see what we want from there. Because we will be... Ooh, hi. Hi. So we will be completely debt-free December of 2029. And so my goal is to just get us out of debt as fast as we can. And obviously, if I'm making some money, then it'll get us out of debt that much faster. So there's that. I also got my Disney date picked out. So I don't know if any of you are repeat watchers or not. If so, welcome back. If not, couple months ago, I sat through a demo for my aunt for a rainbow machine, and they were telling me about it, of like, oh yeah, like you could even like win a trip yourself, and I'm like, okay, like that'd be really cool. Because one of the trips was Disneyland. I've never been, and my kids are little. So they've never been either. So that's something that like I would love to be able to take them to. So I set up some demos, and I got enough demos to get the trip. So we are going next year for sure. I'm still waiting for the letter and or the travel agent. I don't remember which order it comes in. But I'm either waiting for the letter to come in, like the verification letter, or the travel agent to call me. I don't remember 100% sure. But I do have some questions for the travel agent, because I have only ever flown twice in my life. And only one of them, so once was by myself, and that was a disaster. Was not a great time. First time travel, do not recommend. Second time was with Miss Ma'am when she was a little baby, and we went and visited my family, and it was just like a really long, like 1,000 miles is really far for me to travel with a 5-month-old by myself. So I flew, was able to hang out with them, and so that, it wasn't as bad as the first time of me flying, but it also like wasn't great, because it was like me keeping track of everything on my own and the baby, and it was okay. It was better than the first, I guess. So this next time, Tori will actually be flying with me and the girls, so should be fun. And then, oh, I'm getting thirsty. Honey, can you go get me a water? Can you get me a water, please? No. No? Yeah, can you get me a drink? I'll trade you a Reese's. What? Yeah, go get me a water, and you can have this, okay? We'll trade. Water first, please. What? Yes, water. What? Yep, water. What? Oh. Let me see. Let me see. No, give me the water. No. Now. No. Give me the water. You want this? Give me the water. Give me the water. No. Give me the water. No. Look. Okay. Girl. Go get the water, and I'll give you this, okay? Okay, I'm going to eat it. Hey, hey, Miss Ma'am. Hey, hey, give me the water, please. I'll trade you. Nope, water first. Give me the water, please. Hey, go get the water, please. Girl. Okay, well, I guess I'm getting myself a little treat. Anyway, so this time Corey will be traveling with me. And it's been a good couple years since he has last flown as well. So hopefully with him being there, it'll be like a way better experience. But I am super excited to be able to get my girls to Disney. I am also excited to be going to Disney myself. So it's just fun. And then I spoke to one of my best friends this week, and she is planning on coming down in a few weeks. So I am super excited to see her. She said she was originally going to get me a Target order and just have me pick it up from Target for my birthday. And then it ended up just being that, like, oh, well, I'm coming down, like, really soon, so I'll just give you your birthday present when I see you. So that's fun. Also, talked to my brother on the phone, and he is dead set on trying to get Corey a butt tattoo. My older brother wants to get him a butt tattoo. And I think my older brother wants to get himself a butt tattoo, but like wants to make it as like a bet kind of thing. But I don't know. It was funny. Because he's like, hey, like, if you need money, I'm all for it. I'll give you money. And I'm like, alright, cool. Like, appreciate that. And so he's like, okay, but if you need money, I get to wrestle your husband. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And he's like, okay, so what's the bet? I'm like, what do you mean, what's the bet? He's like, well, if I wrestle Corey, like, what are we wrestling for? I'm like, I don't know. What do you want to wrestle for? And at first it was waxing some parts. And Corey was behind that. He was all, okay, I can get behind that. Like, it'd probably suck, but whatever. So, it was, okay, if we ask for money, you have to pay us, but they get to wrestle. And it would be that whoever loses gets the stuff waxed. And apparently that was not good enough for my brother, because he shortly decided after, he's all, okay, you know what? Whoever loses gets butt tattoo. But winner has to pay. And I'm like, okay, that kind of defeats the whole purpose of, like, we're broke, we're asking for money kind of thing. So, that's one of those things that I'm like, no. He's all, okay, fine. I'll pay for the tattoo no matter who has to get it. But winner gets to choose the tattoo. And I'm like, dude, like, Corey's not going to get a tattoo, first of all. Second of all, he's not going to get a butt tattoo. So, that's kind of already out. But he's been so persistent on it. And he even reached out to some of Corey's friends that he met on the podcast. And some of them he met, like, even before then. And he's like, hey guys, I'm trying to peer pressure Corey into getting a butt tattoo. So if you guys can help me out, that'd be great. I don't think it's going to happen. So, I'm to a point in my life with my brother that for a long time there, not a long time, a couple years, which is kind of a long time, I wasn't talking to my brother because he was really heavy into the drug game, and he just wasn't a good person to have in my life. So I cut him out of my life. And it was around the time that I was fostering his daughter. Because him and baby mama were both not doing good. And I, at 19 years old, was doing good. So I took her in and I was fostered her for a year. And that was probably one of the best years of my life. Right now I'm living the best years of my life. But that one was a really good start to my life. Anyway, so for me to be able to ask my brother for money, it's huge. Like, he is doing so good right now. So he is doing super good now. He is more than 5 years sober. He's actually approaching 5.5 years sober from drugs. So I can honestly say that I am proud of my big brother. And it took a lot to get to this point, but it's to the point where I am proud of him. He does have his daughter back, and I am very happy for that. It really sucked when my niece had to go back to her mom, and then it was like off and on. There was a bunch of court stuff, but as of right now, my brother has her, and it's great. So she's a sass master. We were on the phone with her the other day, and Corey was like, "Who are you talking to?" I'm like, "Emery." And he's all, "Who?" Because he just didn't hear me. I'm like, "Emery," or as you know her as, Imberly. And Corey's like, "Oh, Imberly," because he just likes to tease her and make fun of her name as, like, oh, combining her name and her sister's or whatever. But he's all, "Oh, Imberly," and she snaps back quick, and she's all, "Whatever, Uncle Corn." And I'm like, dude. Like, that was quick, too. So, I was cracking up, and Corey's like, "You think that's funny?" I'm like, "Yeah, she just called you Uncle Corn." And that was hilarious. But then she, like, started, like, she saw that that was funny, and then she's tried to, like, keep going with it. She's all, "Oh, like, Uncle Cat." And I'm like, "Sorry, kid, the first one was better." So, I think my brother is planning on coming down in October, probably for brain fart. Oh my gosh, Halloween. I almost said Easter. But no, he's planning on probably coming down for Halloween. They came down last year for Halloween, and we ended up going to the zoo, and that was a lot of fun. It was actually when I was pregnant, so I had a nice little pregnant belly, so I dressed up as a quarter machine, and Corey was a quarter, and then Miss Ma'am was a little ducky, like a little prize. So it was a lot of fun. We went to the zoo. We went to, where did we go? Dave and Buster's. And we had some Dion's Pizza over there. And Raisin Canes. So, but it's been a little bit of a minute. So I will probably end off. And I don't know. Corey might be like, "Oh shoot, we forgot to record our podcast." So I might just show him this. I don't know. Let's see. He might not like that I did it by myself. But we've also had a very busy start of the day because I've been trying to clean up my craft room every week, where he just has the girls by himself for like half an hour. So today that's what we did. Is the girls were still asleep. He's all, "Hey, like, take some extra time on your room." And so I was working on my room and just cleaning that up. And then he had his game, and he was also trying to clean up the house so that way he can, like, have people over later. So that's what we were doing. And then he went to his parents' house for to watch football because he goes over there every Sunday. because he is a big Niner fan. So I honestly don't even know what their score is right now. Let's check real quick. Let's see if he's in a good mood or in a bad mood. Ooh. Yeah, he's probably in a bad mood right now. Quarter three, 10 minutes left, and score is currently 17-6. So, not the happiest camper right now. But it looks like the 49ers have the ball. I don't know. Anyways, so he left to go watch football, and then he'll have people over to watch football later. I didn't go because I don't like football. Never have. Probably never will. So, bye! Bye!
Bye.
Thank you for joining me this week on the Don't Quote Us on This podcast. If you have, oh, thank you, honey. If you have any shout outs that you want to give, just leave them down in the comments. If you have, if you like the content, then go ahead and like and or subscribe. Give me your feedback. This week it was just me, so if you want to hear more stories from just me, I am all for it. Okay, bye!
Bye.
By the way, she said she wanted to say bye. As soon as I said bye, she's all, oh, bye! Bye! So, had to restart it real quick.